The story of Pope Saint Evaristus.
Subscribe to our channel to receive more content like this.
Have you ever heard of Pope Saint Evaristus? No worries if you haven't. He's one of those early church figures who doesn't make the headlines in most history books. He didn't write volumes of theology or spark dramatic political revolutions. But sometimes the quiet leaders, the ones who hold things together when the world has fallen apart, are the ones worth remembering the most. Today, we're going back nearly 2,000 years to the heart of ancient Rome to tell the story of a man who led the early Christian church during one of its most dangerous and fragile times. This is the story of Pope Saint Evaristus. It's the late 1st century, and Christianity is still very new. Jesus has only recently died and risen. The apostles have gone out, spreading the message. And while more and more people are becoming Christians, being one is extremely risky. The Roman Empire, powerful, strict, and proud, saw Christianity as a threat. Christians refused to worship the Roman gods or the emperor, and that made them enemies of the state. Arrests, torture, and public executions were common. This is the world Evaristus was born into. He was likely born in Bethlehem. Yes, the same town where Jesus was born, to a Greek Jewish family. And although we don't know the details of his childhood, it's clear he was deeply drawn to the Christian faith. Somewhere along the line, he became a follower of Jesus, and as the church in Rome grew, Evaristus found himself right at the center of it. Now, around the year 97 AD, Pope Clement I, the Bishop of Rome at the time, was either exiled or martyred. The church needed a new leader. They turned to Evaristus. He became the 5th pope, just 4 successors after St. Peter himself. That's pretty incredible when you think about it. Evaristus wasn't leading a rich and powerful institution. There were no giant churches, no gold vestments. He was leading a group of people who were meeting in homes, catacombs, and secret gatherings, constantly under threat. And yet, he stepped up. As Pope, Evaristus had one major goal: hold the church together. At a time when Christians were scattered and persecuted, unity was everything. So he started organizing things more clearly. He assigned priests to specific churches in Rome, and he divided the city into smaller districts, each with its own pastoral care. Basically, he brought order to the chaos. He wanted every Christian, no matter where they were, to have someone looking out for them, teaching them, and helping them stay strong in the faith. He also emphasized the importance of marriage as a sacred commitment. In a society where marriage was often treated casually, he reminded Christians that it was holy and deserved care and reverence. Now, it's important to remember, Evaristus did all of this knowing the risk. Being a Christian in Rome was dangerous. But being the leader of the Christians, that was a death sentence waiting to happen. And yet, he never backed down. He kept preaching. He kept organizing. He kept caring for his people. Eventually, around the year 107 AD, the day came. Evaristus was arrested. We don't have all the details of what happened next, but tradition tells us he was martyred for his faith, killed because he refused to deny Jesus or stop leading the church. He gave his life, just as so many of the early Christians did. Today, Evaristus is remembered as a saint and a martyr. His name is even listed in the Roman canon, the oldest part of the Catholic Mass, which honors some of the earliest and most faithful leaders of the Church. But his legacy isn't about flashy miracles or bold speeches. His legacy is about quiet strength, about stepping up when things are hard, about building up others when everything feels like it's fallen apart. In many ways, he's a reminder that leadership isn't about power. It's about service. And holiness, it's not about being famous. It's about being faithful, even when no one's watching. So, the next time you feel overwhelmed or unnoticed, think of Pope Saint Evaristus. He didn't lead a church of millions. He didn't walk on water, but he showed up. He stayed faithful, and he helped keep the light of faith alive in one of the darkest times in history. And maybe, just maybe, that's the kind of strength our world still needs today.